Okay, I want to do part 2 of the web page. I want to add some features. First of all, let's make a title and maybe put your name, of course. This is going to show up when someone looks at your web page. It'll be up in the tab. Also, as a side note, Google uses the title to index web pages quite a bit. Let's see. So if you want to make a background color, BG color equals. Now, do a Google search on the internet. I Google searched, just Google search hexadecimal colors or web page colors. You can actually type in words like red. That actually does work. Or you can do the hexadecimal number. If you remember from the lectures how this works. Now this color I went on the internet and looked up. Here, I'll do it real quick again. I looked up web page colors. Or I'll just, web colors, and you'll see here's these hex codes, and there's some pages. You can pick any color you want, and you'll see there's the hex code right there for it. Well, this is a really good site, and you can see there's the hex code. Now this is where, forget all this other stuff, but this is the hex code right here for it. So basically, that's how that works. I'm going to stick with this color I have here. So this tag here, the H1, stands for heading 1, not unlike Microsoft Word. And then you got to close it. Actually, I'm going to take this and stick this here instead of what I have. Okay, so this H1 is going to make it like big and bold. You'll see when I save it. And I'm going to make, just for an example here, I'm going to make an H3. So H1's the biggest. H3 is 2 down. So this is very important. You open and then you close. Now you could look up, like, let's go back to Google real quick here. Hopefully you'll experiment with some stuff. Say you wanted to italicize. You type in HTML to italicize. And it'll just tell you. Well, maybe it won't. Right here, text formatting. Okay. Right here, I. Open I and close I would be italicized. B is bold. Mark, deleted, which shows it as deleted. Subscript, super, you can see, bold, strong is the same thing. Here's the italicized. See, we have an open I and a close I. Now, there's so many things you can see right here. This I, close I is italic test. There's so much information on the internet about it. So if you're curious on how to do something, just take a guess and gamble and put it into Google. So I'm going to keep typing some more stuff. So what this is, UL stands for unordered list, and then we need to close the UL. And then here I have a line item. Every list needs a line item, and I'll just go ahead and close the line item right now. And then in between I'll put like CNN. Of course, that's not a link, is it? The link is AHREF. Anchor hypertext reference equals quote http:// CNN.com quote Okay, so the way this works is, here's the tag, okay? Anchor, and then hypertext reference to http://cnn.com, and then I need to, on the other side of CNN, I need to close the anchor. So what this is doing is we are anchoring around the word CNN, that if somebody clicks on this word CNN, it's going to take them to this web page. This is kind of why the internet wasn't invented at all. The very, very, very beginning, the guy just wanted hyperlinks. Okay, so I'm going to take this and copy it. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to make one to my faculty web page. Okay, and then I'm going to make one more here, and I'll just make it to Edinburgh. You can put whatever you want here. Don't do the same thing I'm doing. Okay, let's save that. And now I need to FTP it. So here's the thing I just made. This right here is this file, okay. And then I need to I believe here's the web storage. Nope, sorry. Here's the web storage. So I have my web storage page. I have this. So I need to copy my new version over, right? So I'm going to copy this over. It asks me if I want to replace it. Yes. And now, if I go to my, here's my old web page, right? Index for class. If I reload it, well, sometimes this takes a while. So let me pause this for a moment. Okay, so I copied this. The server was being slow, so I paused it for a moment. I copied this over. Again, I'm going from my desktop, if you can see this, over to the web storage. You really can't do much here. You can't really edit from here. It'd be nice if you can, but you have to remember you're FTPing in. So you have to edit on our computer. Once we're done editing, we do it. Now then, I took that and I refreshed my web page, and you can see I put my links here. I put all this stuff. My title is right here. So things like that. Let's real quickly make another page. Before I do that, I'm going to, right here, oops, I'm going to borrow this text, this stuff right here. I'm going to make a page 2.html. And I'm going to say something like, check out my second page. Okay, and I'm going to put some BRs. BRs are their breaks. So this is going to push. It's going to put a couple blank lines here. Okay. So I save that, right? So now I want file, new, and I'm put welcome to page 2. I usually have students make it about their hometown. Okay, so before, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna scratch that. I'm gonna actually close this. I apologize for that. What I'm actually, the best thing to do is index. I'm looking for the right here, index for class. Let me open this up again in Notepad. Of course, it's never that easy. Okay, I was doing what I shouldn't do. I was trying to open it from web storage. I gotta come over here to my web page, open with Notepad. What I should have recommended, this is very important, is because you have all this work done on this one page, why don't we just do File, Save As. This makes a copy. Now don't forget, do not save this as text. Page2.html. Okay, now, and now this is actually page 2, so I'm going to edit all this stuff. Okay, and I'm going to take out these links here, and I'm just going to say here, so you can see right here what I've done is index for class. That's the original page. Remember, yours is just going to be index, but because I already have that, I have index for class.html, go back to the home page, and then close the anchor. So all I have on the second page is welcome to my second page. This is about my hometown, and then I simply have a link. I have some hard returns and then a link back to the home page. So I'm double checking index for class. Index for class, it's not case sensitive, so I'm going to save this. Okay, now that it's saved, I need to copy this up to the web server. How do I do that? I simply drag it over. I already have one there from a different class. I'm just going to replace it. Now let's check out my page. Oh, I need to copy this back over again. Okay, now let's go to the internet and see what we got here. So I'm going to reload. And notice how I reload it. You have to reload to see the changes. It doesn't know to draw the page back down from the web server. Check out my second page. Oh, I did something wrong here. Okay, so I made some sort of error on the page. I'm kind of glad I made it. Let's take a look at it. This is the original index for class page. So what I did here was I shouldn't have this, because this is just going to take me to if things out on the internet somewhere like CNN.com or to page 2. So what I want to do is I don't want anything in front of page 2, because then this looks in the same directory that my other page is in. So let me save that. Now remember, I saved it. What else do I have to do? It's not that simple. I have to recopy my index for class back over. I know it gets tedious. You get really good at file management when you do this. And now I'm going to go back, reload this, and you can hover. Let me move this up so it's totally in. You can hover. I don't know if you can see that down there. Look way down here when I hover. See how that URL user.edinburgh.edu page2.html, so that looks correct. See, if I hover here, it goes to Edinburgh, my web page, CNN. So click here, and that takes me back to my second page. Then I can go back to my, oh, I goofed up there. I did the same thing. So again, how do I fix that error? Go look at page 2. So file, open. Okay, make sure you're looking at all files. Here's my page 2. Open that, and see I did this again. I don't want to do that. Accidentally put that in there. You do need that if you're going to an external site, but an internal page, like if you're going to CNN or Facebook, you need that HTTP. But if you're going to what we call an internal page, index for class, you can't have that in there. So I'm going to save this. So I'm glad we had that error actually. And when I save, now I need to recopy page 2. Let me move this out of the way. I need to recopy page 2 up to the web server. Yeah, it's a lot of busy work. It's crazy. And then I'm going to go back here, reload this, and let's hover on the URL. If you hover, I don't know if you can see that, users.edinburgh.edu index for class. Okay. See, now this is working. We're going back and forth between 2 pages. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. It's quite a long video already. I'll put the link to this up on the web page.